Hey, what's up, guys? I got a question from one of my subscribers on the YouTube channel, and I'm actually driving back from St. Louis. I was interviewed today. I'm applying to the Doctor of Business Administration program at the University of Missouri St. Louis, and the question is, there's a gentleman in the UK that is training for the UK Army. Shout out to I am Diam. I appreciate your question. I just wanted to give you some tips in regards to your question. What tips would you give me to get to an 8-minute mile? I've quit. It says here, I'm currently practicing my running to join the UK Army, but my cardio is shot from smoking. I've quit now for 3 weeks, but I'm struggling to still keep myself running. Mainly the muscle tendon, whatever in my shin, gets really tired, and I struggle to keep going. Okay, the bottom line is regarding this is you've got to go back to your why. What is the purpose? What are you trying to do? For you to get to an 8-minute mile, I stress this, and I say this over and over again in these videos because it's so critical. You absolutely have to have patience in yourself and not rush the process. In regards to running an 8-minute mile, I'm a big believer in training below the goal race pace. So it doesn't matter if it's a mile or if it's a 5K or a 10K or a marathon. The faster you can train below your goal race pace, the better you're going to be. Now, in your case, your body's accustomed to smoking, and it's been in that routine for so long that now, it's definitely not going to be easy right off the bat. And don't expect it to be. I already know the fact that you're training, you have the right mindset already. But your body's used to that process. It's used to smoking. It's continually wanting you to, smoke another cigarette. But it takes approximately 21 days or 3 weeks to break a habit. And physiologically, you're doing your body a huge service, quitting smoking, and I commend you for doing that. How to get down below 8 minutes? I don't know where your current best is right now. But my best advice to you is just continue to really work on your speed. Do those strides. Strides are 50 to 100 meter sprints. You can do those every other day or on your easy days, either prior to the start of your easy runs, during your easy runs, or after your easy runs. And strides recruit more fast twitch muscle fibers, and the more of those you can recruit, the more efficient you're going to run. The good thing about that is, any type of speed workout like strides, intervals, hill repetitions where you're sprinting up hills all out, and either you're giving yourself full recovery or just a few minutes recovery. Those types of workouts will definitely help you get under an 8-minute mile because you're running at speeds that are far greater than you're planning on running at. We can't sprint for very long, only a few seconds, because you're training at your aerobic capacity. You're training at your heart rate at near maximum effort. Your aerobic capacity is when you're training and you're running so fast that your body cannot clear lactic acid faster than it's building up. So the trick is to continue to work on, in terms of you running under an 8-minute mile, continue to work that speed, continue to build your mileage. The longer, obviously, if you can lengthen the distance of your long runs as well, it's going to make you so much stronger. I mean, think about doing, right now, maybe a 6-mile run is extremely difficult for you. Over a 12-week, 16-week, 20-week process, you're going to be running, so many of your miles. Not only faster than your goal race pace, but you're going to be running so much further than you're trying to race. 1 mile is over quick. So my best advice to you is, like I said, be patient with yourself. What you're doing right now, your body, like I said, your body's used to smoking. What you're doing a huge service quitting smoking, deciding, you know, I'm fed up with this. I want to get fit. I want to break an 8-minute mile. I want to get to a point where, you know, I'm running more efficiently and more confidently. You know, that demands respect. So I appreciate your question. I think right now that if you continue, like I said, if you continue to build on your mileage, you don't necessarily have to be running, you know, 5 to 7 days a week. Okay, try starting off running 2 days a week, and running maybe 2 to 4 miles. Right now, everything's going to be difficult, and it always is difficult. It doesn't matter what level of athlete that you are. Sorry if the camera's kind of bouncing, folks, driving. So, but it doesn't matter what type of athlete you are, whether you're a miler like yourself, or if you are, you know, you're a 10K specialist, a track and field athlete, or a marathoner. You know, it's about consistent work and being patient with yourself and allowing yourself to, you know, ride those ebbs and flows of training. Nothing's just perfect right off the bat, and you're not going to be in perfect shape immediately. But in terms of breaking an 8-minute mile, key thing is, like I said, train below 8-minute mile pace for, you know, small amounts of time. Like, you can do 200-meter repeats, you can do 300-meter repeats, you know, doing 400-meter repeats at close to or under 8-minute mile pace, you know, and continue to build on that anaerobic work that you're doing, coupled with, you know, doing long runs. You know, like I said, start off, if doing 2 days a week, start off doing 2 days a week, and then add in an additional day of training, you know, every 3 weeks, you know, until you build yourself up to doing, you know, between 20 to 40 miles a week. You know, it's just going to be, it's different for everybody, but in terms of building that strength that you need to run the mile fast, you have to build the foundation, your mileage foundation. You have to spend time training well below 8-minute mile pace. Spend a little bit of time training your AT pace, your anaerobic threshold. This is when, you know, also known as tempo runs. So you're doing, try running as you build your mileage and you get fitter. Try running between 2 to 3 to 4 miles at tempo effort. So anaerobic threshold is around 165 to 174 beats a minute. And that's where we race at. In terms of the mile, it's such a high level. You're racing at your aerobic capacity for the mile. It's very, very fast, as you know. So you do want to build on your endurance, but you also want to build that strength and stamina that you need to run the mile fast. You know, it's the same for somebody trying to break a 9-minute mile as it is for somebody trying to break a 4-minute mile. The paces are obviously different, but the athletes that are breaking these time barriers are spending time below goal race pace. And the problem is, a lot of athletes, including myself, you know, I'm just as guilty of it too. Over the years, when I was trying to break specific times for specific distances, I wanted to break the distance, or I wanted to hold the pace for the entire distance, but I had not trained adequately enough below the goal race pace that I was shooting for. You know, it took me, and I say this a lot in the videos on RunDreamAchieve.com, it took me years to get to a point where I was able to hold the goal pace that I wanted for the marathon, which was 5 minutes and 25 seconds. And for many years, the best I could hold was 6 minutes and 14 seconds for the marathon. So it's the same with the mile as it is with the marathon distance. You have to be patient with yourself. Know that it's not going to happen overnight. That's another thing, a big problem that a lot of us have is we want instant results, and then if we don't get them as fast as we want, we get frustrated. We start to second guess ourselves. Either that we're too old or we don't have what it takes. And that's not the case either. It really isn't. It's just a matter of putting in the heavy work, thinking long term, knowing that what you're doing, and in your case, going after a sub 8-minute mile, knowing that you have been a smoker for years and now you've decided to quit, you're already highly disciplined and focused. The fact that you're practicing to join the UK Army, that says a lot about you already. the fact that you want to commit to the military, you want to be in that environment of excellence where you're surrounded by men and women that are going after something bigger than themselves. And the military, you know, I've been in the U.S. Army now for a little over 18 years, and that was one of the best decisions personally, it's one of the best decisions of my life, because I've been around highly educated, highly motivated, highly focused individuals that were better than me, that took me out of my comfort zone and forced me to go beyond what I thought I was capable of, not only at a physical level but a mental level. So I commend you for wanting to do that. I've served with your countrymen. I respect what you guys do. The UK Army is super strong, highly committed, highly disciplined, focused individuals, and you know, you'll definitely be able to do it. The fact that you've decided to quit now 3 weeks in, outstanding. Just continue to stay focused, man. You know, and don't let up, and know that, again, be patient with yourself, because your body has been used to that. It's been used to you smoking. It will take time, and it will get easier, but nothing is easy right off the bat. Not running, not quitting a habit that you've been used to. But what you've decided to do is going to make a huge difference in your running. I think that you'll not only break 8 minutes, but you'll be able to break 7 minutes, and you'll probably end up being in the future be able to run a 5K or a half marathon or even a marathon at 7-minute pace or sub 8-minute pace. Right now, just focus on breaking that 8-minute mile, and continue to, like I said, continue to spend time, even if it's just for a few seconds, at like 7-minute mile pace. It's gonna make 8-minute mile pace feel so much more smooth. And you know, the mile is super quick, but if you're training at speeds that are closer to 7-minute mile pace, or even maybe just under 7-minute mile pace, it's gonna make 8-minute mile pace feel all the more smooth. So I appreciate your question. I hope this has answered, at least given you some tips. Again, this is, I just read your comment, so I appreciate you taking the time to visit the YouTube channel. And I'll be driving here for about 5.5 hours for this trip, but I wanted to answer this for you, and hopefully you've gotten something out of it. Like I said, man, just stay focused, and you'll get under 8 minutes. It's a matter of time. Continue to train, continue to put in the mileage, and extend that 1 mile race distance. I mean, if you can get your long run out to, say, 6 to 10 miles, you know, you're already, you know, going way further than you're trying to race. So think of how easy that mile is going to feel after you've built yourself up to running for a long run, 8 to 10 miles. Coupled with all the other things that we talked about, the training below race pace, the tempo runs, the hill sprints, and make sure you're taking it really easy on those recovery days, okay? All the benefits of our training come within the rest. You have to do the workout, yes, but the benefits of our hard work come within the rest period. And that rest period is absolutely critical for athletic success. So I wish you all the best. Keep me posted. I know it's just a matter of time before I hear from you that you've broken the 8-minute mile. And again, I commend you for your service to your country, and I appreciate it. And again, if you're new to the channel, this is just for you, but if anybody that's brand new has seen this video for the first time, definitely subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up. Click on that bell icon. That way, anytime I make a new video, you'll be notified of that. And wish you guys all the best. And like I said, continue to put in the hard work. You will definitely be under the 8-minute mile in no time. Talk to you soon.